Deputies have arrested a former Wake County teacher following a WRAL investigation. New tonight, the school's principal released a statement about it.
James Rencher faces 12 counts of assaulting students with disabilities. This follows a series of stories from WRAL's Keely Arthur and education insider Emily Walkenhorse. It brought the alleged abuse to light and raised questions about whether the school district investigated the matter properly.
Keely is live tonight now with how those parents are feeling after the teacher's arrest. Keely?
Deborah and Gerald, obviously they are upset, but they're heartened by the fact that they believe they finally might have some answers they waited for years. WRAL spent 6 months speaking with legal experts, disability rights advocates, and the suspect himself before these charges were brought.
Today, for the first time, you're hearing the name and seeing the face of James Rencher, the teacher accused of abusing Justin Hemphill and Christian King.
I just don't trust anybody these days. It's hard. It's hard.
The boys, classmates at East Wake High in 2022. Court records allege Rencher pushed both students. He forcibly tightened Christian's belt, pulled Justin's shirt collar, jerking his neck, and knocked him to the ground.
I recall picking Justin up, and he had bruises. He had fingers indent on his arms, and I was like, what happened?
Justin and Christian couldn't say. They are nonverbal. But in November of that year, a letter sent to both Tim and Tess said this.
Mr. Rencher is verbally and physically abusing children in his class. As of date, he has not been reprimanded.
They immediately brought the letters to Principal Stacy Alston.
And nothing.
They would spend 18 months without answers. Fed up, they contacted WRAL, and we asked the district repeatedly what happened. A letter said the situation was, quote, investigated and addressed. Then we did another story showing that the school district never reported any of the alleged abuse to law enforcement.
The fact that they were put on, so to speak, blast again on TV.
Yes.
Got them to speak up.
598 days after the anonymous letter reached King and Smithen, James Rencher was arrested. Today, we're asking the district why it took them so long to report it to law enforcement.
That's the scary part, because these people are supposed to be looking out for your children, and they clearly are not. Clearly are not.
Now, I just spoke with Rencher's attorney, Seth Bloom. Here is what he said. He said that this is baseless and that if Rencher had committed any of these abuse allegations, it would have been caught on the many cameras at East Wake High. As you mentioned earlier, Principal Stacy Alston sending out a message to families connected to East Wake tonight. Alston reaffirmed that Rencher no longer works at the school or for the district. I want to add, though, that Rencher resigned after we started asking questions about these allegations. We'll continue to follow Rencher as he goes through the justice system. Live in Raleigh, Keely Arthur, WRAL News.
Now, if convicted, Rencher faces nearly 2 years in jail. His next court appearance is next month. We first broke this story early this morning through a push alert sent to your phone. Be sure to download the WRAL News app and stay up to date on our in-depth investigations.